let's take a look at the much-anticipated Tom Lawlor Jake Hager fight. What jumps off the screen in the tail of the tape is the height and weight disadvantage for Tom Lawlor. Now, Tom likes to use a guillotine choke, but he's going to have to break Hager down from the ground up in order to achieve that and hope that Hager makes a mistake. On the other hand, Jake Hager likes to use the ankle lock and the doctor bomb, and both of those play right into Jake's strength. But here's the X factor. After what happened to Seth Petruzzelli at the hands of the Stud Stable, Tom Lawlor is an angry fighter, and many say an angry fighter is a sloppy fighter. Tom Lawlor can ill afford to make any mistakes against the dangerous Jake Hager.
All right, Matt, thanks a lot. We understand that Dr. Schwegler and the MLW medical team are currently treating Kevin Sullivan backstage after that unbelievable attack by the Heart Foundation and so on and so forth.
Your undivided teachers, as I offer to you the man who rules the world, Jake Hager!
One of the great athletes to grace an MLW ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, currently making his way to the ring, weighing in this evening at 267 pounds, Jake Hager!
6'7", a towering presence, and a two-sport athlete. Not only fighting here in Major League Wrestling, but also fighting in Bellator, in MMA.
But you know, I've always said that guys who have come up through the ranks in amateur wrestling, always, and I know this is pro wrestling, it's entirely different, but those guys always seem to have an advantage. And that's one of the advantages Hager has.
Being accompanied to the ring by fellow members of Team Filthy from Sin City, currently fighting out of the Jungle MMA in Orlando, Florida. Weighing in this evening at 206.1 pounds, Filthy Tom Lawlor!
Now, Tom Lawlor no slouch himself when it comes to the amateur side of things, but Lawlor, another two-sport athlete.
Yeah, but a great contrast in styles we got here.
Yeah.
And take a look at Team Filthy coming out with it. Simon Gotch, Fred Yehai. Always in a group, always together.
Strength in numbers, of course.
Absolutely it is.
And of course, their strategist, Seth Petruzzelli, designs their game plans for every time they step into the ring for a fight. Actually talked to Tom a little bit about the way that those sessions go down. I mean, they sit there with videotape back and forth, trying to pick out just the smallest thing that they can exploit.
Much anticipated matchup here in Major League Wrestling. And again, a contrast in styles. And you notice just the demeanor of, to me, the demeanor of Filthy Tom Lawlor is a little bit different. Look at his facial expression. Don't forget, fans, that Tom Lawlor won the Battle Riot in July in New York City and has a world title shot anytime, anywhere. But first, Filthy Tom needs to end this summer-long feud with Big Jake Hager. It all ends right here tonight.
Of course, the rest of Team Filthy, as you say, Tony, always there, always on the outside, always providing, you want to call it a distraction or what have you.
But when you strip it all away, it's UFC versus Bellator in an MLW ring. Good job of Hager keeping his distance. How about this? Trying to single leg him down. Too wide of a base. Right here, it looks like he's trying to drive him over the top, but Hager did a great job with that wide base, and that goes back to what I was talking about the amateur wrestling background. Keeping the wide base, staying off the mat. It really comes into play, and I think it's some of the greats.
2, 3, 4.
That's a stiff right hand by Lawlor. is going to try to do. He is going to try to overpower Lawlor. Use the size to his advantage. And a perfect example right there, Lawlor trying to single leg him.
Again, Hager just trying to pound his way down. Lawlor trying a different approach. Almost like he went behind with a rear naked choke. And Hager using just too much weight advantage on that. A simple move, just back up and crush your opponent into the turnbuckle pads. Oh man. Big time Beal out of the corner.
Colonel Parker said that Hager will cripple his way to becoming a world champion. Can you argue with that?
Many men have done it before. To becoming a world heavyweight champion. Hager now needs to just focus on his opponent and not the referee. See, when he focuses on his opponent, what happens? And he has so much in his arsenal to try to once again. Wow. Well, Colonel Parker is talking, he's talking from emotion here. And we know what he's talking about, what Team Filthy has done to him and done to his hat in the past.
Cost him a lot of money with that.
Yes, and a lot of pride.
And Filthy is exactly what it was. That was gross.
To say the least, it was filthy.
Yeah. It is a brand new hat.
It makes pulling your mouthpiece out of your jock a little bit mild, wouldn't you say?
Yes, yes indeed.
Yeah, we're just trying to be gross here, I mean, for a second.
I mean, you think about it just in financial terms, that was probably what, a $1,500 hat?
Every bit.
Yeah.
And probably a Parker heirloom to boot.
Quite
Look at that. That power here. And he's hooking on the leg. Hager trying to kick off. Hager just too much leg strength. A pick up and a belly to back. Nicely done. Saying, Filthy Tom Lawlor's come a long, long way in a very short span. And that's all based on athletic ability.
Heel kick off the ropes. Hager gets the shoulder quickly up at 2.
Yeah, that's a big man trying to keep down. And I don't think it's a bad idea to try to go ahead and maybe try to get a quick pin. But a guy the size of Hager, I don't know if you're going to be able to get it that quickly or not.
Still surprised that Lawlor was able to land that suplex. I was just about to say that. I mean, Hager's just too big and too powerful.
And he's trying to use that to win the match. And that time, Hager just used his power to say, get away from me for a second. And as a result, Filthy Tom Lawlor hit the hard apron of the ring before he spilled on the side.
Come on!
Hager just continues to impose his will. And look at that simple stuff there. The elbow, the forearm, right to the side of the face.
Yeah, I like the way you said that, Rich. Impose his will. And his will is using his strength and his power just to try to beat you down.
And some concern on the faces of Team Filthy, which is not something we're used to seeing.
You know, what kind of surprises me, and maybe it shouldn't surprise me, that they can continue to maneuver their way. I'm talking about Team Filthy around the ring, wherever the battle is. It's surprising that the referee does not try to keep them in one corner, like a neutral corner or his corner. But they continue to move around, and that obviously would favor Filthy Tom Lawlor. You're taking a look at 2 of the top competitors in all of Major League Wrestling. And what style is going to prevail here? UFC, Bellator? Will it come down maybe to just old-fashioned wrestling maneuvers and moves? Oh, or maybe just a foot to the face. Lawlor trying to get back up here.
Looked like more of a glancing blow, but it good enough. And Hager's just going to use his size and power to continue stomping away. Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I heard some fans chanting, "Come on, Tom."
Well, they were chanting against Hager moments ago. I don't think there's any question. You know, the fact is that we know what Filthy Tom Lawlor has done in the past, but I think there's a profound respect that fans have for what he has also done and how far he has come from UFC to the MLW ring.
One of the members of Team Filthy, Fred Yehi and Simon Gotch.
Only a 2 count that time, did not hook a leg. Boy, you can hear Colonel Parker above the fans. He is really taking this one personally.
Mentioning Yehi getting so animated there outside the ring. I mean, he recently got that Team Filthy jacket as a sign of respect for some of the battles that he's been through.
Well, you know, they mentioned that they were very impressed with his explosive maneuvers, the things that he can do. And I don't blame him at all.
Trying to, ooh! Got him in a guillotine there, Tony. And now Lawlor able to fight free, couple of shots and a clothesline.
That one clothesline was on target too. The big man didn't go off his feet. A discus clothesline. That took him down.
Hear the sound of that clothesline. I mean, that was to throat.
And a big old oak dropping in the forest as well. And there's that let's go Filthy chant we talked about.
Hager bomb!
1, 2! He kicked out of the Hager bomb. And Hager is really upset. He thought he had him for sure, Rich. And we have heard let's go Filthy, the chant here from the fans. Hager right now has to put that aside and get back to the point of attack here. He's letting his emotions carry him away because they thought for sure with a Hager bomb it was over.
Again, you see the members of Team Filthy at ringside. I'm surprised that they haven't stuck their nose into this, but good on them. They're letting their they're letting their de facto leader fight his own battle. You're right, they're confident in his ability.
Sure, and well, they should be. Not only that, but when you see 2 guys with the ability these 2 guys have, I'm sure they're kind of watching as well, saying, you know, we're enjoying this as well, like the fans. Filthy up on top, and this may be a very precarious place for him to be.
And Hager's locked up. Lawlor has the left arm of Hager extended. He might have done some damage. Might have popped some tendons, stretched out some ligaments.
Could turn the tide of this match, and I think he knows it. Full arm drop twist. And now pulling up on it. Colonel Parker may be choking at ringside.
Hager trying to roll through to the outside of the ring. Lawler's trying to break the hold. But he's using every bit of that 5 count and then some.
Using whatever it takes to get it done. Not only that, the arm.
Old-fashioned double axe handle off the apron. And now cleared away the couple of rows there.
Again, we remind you we do have a 20 count on the outside. The referee has started that, obviously. Lawlor asking for the fans to get behind him here. Oh! And Hager goes back.
Listen to this.
The chant of filthy, filthy.
They're getting behind him. And look at Lawler's back, Tony.
Wow.
Something sliced him open. Another German suplex attempt.
Just fell back, letting Hager's weight take him over.
Lawlor delivering an exploder suplex.
Rear naked choke, trying to get it on.
Hager getting to his feet and then getting to the ropes. Hager knew as soon as he got up to his feet that he had the height advantage. And look at this. suplex.
My goodness. Filthy Tom has become a suplex machine here. Again, there it is. He's got it on, and this time Hager can't make the ropes down.
Chokehold! That's a chokehold he's got on him. Break it! You break that hold!
You hear Colonel
What in the
Parker,
world
you
they pay that referee for out there? You do your job!
Notice how the hands are clenched together for Hager, trying to prevent this hold.
Lawlor keeping it locked in.
Trying to slap the hands apart. He got him
Is he
apart.
tapping? No.
That was close, Rich, you're right. Boy, Hager is all his might.
Into the ankle lock. The extended ankle lock. Hager has snapped legs. Lawlor's could be next.
Now Lawlor needs to get to the ropes like Hager did moments ago. The chant of Filthy trying to get him to get to the ropes.
Lawlor twisting, turning, and finally reaching out. Like finding the flashlight in the dark, grabs hold of that bottom rope. But not before the damage was done.
Damage to the leg, but you can see Hager still favoring the left arm. Could have been a hyperextended elbow, probably was.
And the chants from the crowd here getting under the skin of Hager. I'm surprised he's not been able to block that out.
Yeah.
Somebody as experienced as Hager is letting that get to him. Referee wants him to break the hold because they're close to the ropes.
They're underneath the ropes, actually. The head of Lawlor that time has broken the plane of the ropes. Lawlor just shrugs him off with Hager now. Hager's just trying to pound him in the ground. Just trying to use his power.
Tony, those are closed fists. Yeah. Those are closed fists. Oh no! Lawlor taking advantage because he had to.
One! Now he rolled through. One, two, three! Wow, what a win!
Here is your winner, Filthy Tom Lawlor.
Tony, I'm not sure if you noticed it or not. Tom Lawlor, as soon as the referee turned his back, toward the eyes of Jake Hager.
A huge win for Filthy Tom Lawlor. And that puts an exclamation point on the end of Team Filthy's rivalry with the Stud Stable. We do understand, fans, that Kevin Sullivan is en route to the Orlando Medical Center. We invite you to check out MLW.com for updates. And we want to remind you that War Games this Thursday night, Fort Lauderdale War Memorial. Tickets are still available at just